Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Courtney, and if you are returning, welcome back. Today we're getting into Star Trek: The Next Generation, Season 1, Episodes 17 and 18. Of course, I'm looking forward to it, as I always am. Very quickly, if you're supporting on Patreon, thank you so much for the support. And if you're watching this video with military affiliation, thank you so much for your service. And we're going to get into Episode 17. Hope you guys enjoy. And hope you stay till the end so that you guys know which episode out of these two I liked more. So let's get into it.
Harry! Oh. Harry, come back here!
Why is Harry running wild?
What's your hurry, Harry?
Sorry.
Oh, everybody knows Harry.
I'm sorry if he bothered you.
No bother, Dr. Bernard.
I hate that teacher and I hate calculus.
Everyone needs an understanding of basic calculus.
This is about school. I never took calculus, did y'all? I didn't have to. I did algebra, geometry, statistics, never calculus.
For the past few hours, we've been tracking faint energy readings in an attempt to locate its source.
What's so interesting about this system?
Yes, but...
Aldea.
Who's she?
Tasha, I'm surprised you haven't heard the stories of Aldea, the wondrous, mythical world. Incredible technical sophistication, providing the daily needs of all the citizens. To cloak their planet in darkness and go unseen by marauders and other hostile passers-by who might rob and plunder.
All right, Troy, what you feeling, baby?
Scanners may show nothing, sir, but I'm sensing something very strong. Thousands of miles.
See, we needed her with the original crew.
I'm recording a distortion in quadrant 1, mark 90.
On screen.
Oh, yep, there's something there. Wow.
It's Aldea, Captain. It has to be.
I mean, I would imagine.
Sensors indicate that the shield is electromagnetic, a complicated light refracting mechanism.
A cloaking device.
Aye, sir.
Oh no. Anyone else get triggered when they hear cloaking device?
I am Rochella. Welcome to Aldea.
Oh, that's it.
We've had stories about Aldea, but...
Never imagined it was real.
Our shield has confused outsiders for millennia, Captain.
Why do you reveal yourselves to us now?
We are eager to meet in person to discuss that.
Yeah, why now? Oh, well, hello. Nice to meet you.
Our arrival seems to have startled you.
It was a little sudden.
Very sudden.
Captain, they haven't been through decontamination.
Our medical doctor is concerned that you didn't go through the regular transporting procedure.
What's wrong with him?
The only way through our shield is our way, Captain. We've brought you small tokens of welcome.
And a personal invitation to a celebration on Aldea.
Y'all have a lot of stuff prepared in such a short time.
We've been monitoring your ship's communications.
What's wrong with him?
Amazing!
Captain Picard, something is off.
Counselor, do you sense anything?
They want something from us.
See?
Something we value greatly.
We're ready to receive you, Commander Riker, and two of your colleagues.
Now, wait a second now. Warn us first.
I hope that Duana and I know how to greet you properly, Commander.
All right, start talking. What's going on?
Captain, data, what do you read? Don't touch him!
This beam is emanating from Aldea.
Shields off.
All decks being probed in a methodical pattern, sir.
All decks everywhere, the entire ship.
Aye, sir.
Oh my gosh. Are you okay? What day is it?
But I didn't really feel anything.
Sir, similar incidents all decks, but only with the children.
They want to snatch a child? I don't know.
We need help from the Federation to rebuild our heritage. We need a younger generation.
There it is.
I don't understand. How can the Federation help influence your children in your traditions?
There aren't any children.
Because we have no children, Commander.
See? I figured.
Ashella was the last child born on this planet.
Dang. That was a long time ago.
And your medical community can do nothing. They've tried, Dr. Crusher.
So you're all infertile?
Perhaps we can help.
Radu, exactly why were we invited here?
We propose a trade, one which would solve our problem and give something back to the Federation.
Absolutely not.
We need some of your children. In payment, we will give you information that would take you centuries to acquire.
Absolutely not.
That might be acceptable to some other races, but
Not ours.
humans are unusually attached to their offspring.
Not unusually. Troy, dang.
We sympathize with your situation, but what you ask is not possible.
And this is where we get violent.
I'm sorry. You are so intransigent.
Oh, I'm surprised they put them back. Oh, they're stealing them. So y'all are just randomly picking kids? Well, they did say some.
Alexandra?
Wow. Oh, see, no, y'all would have had to get me down there some way. I'm getting my baby back.
That's why we've been brought here. That's what they wanted.
And that's what they have. Counselor, you'll have to gather the parents.
They'll need to speak to you as well, Captain.
Captain, your children are with us.
Yeah, we figured.
My word of honor, no harm will ever come to them.
Harm has already come to them.
Right. What is your definition? Because ours is different.
Let us begin discussions regarding appropriate compensation.
Compensation?
There is none.
You claim to be a civilized world, and yet you've just committed an act of utter barbarity.
Say it again.
We will continue these discussions when you calm down.
Oh. Oh, it couldn't have been me. You're not going to talk to me like I'm a kid.
Everyone knows where we are, and no one is going to hurt you.
The custodian indicated that you would be the leader.
Who is the custodian?
The custodian is not a person.
Oh, what a deity.
Wesley, all of you have been chosen because you are special.
In what ways? I mean, we know Wesley's super intelligent.
Now, we all knew what the risks were when we signed on, and that's the choice we made.
Why were these specific children taken?
We can't be sure.
Maybe they just have special gifts?
I won't insult you by pretending that any of this will be easy. But I can tell you that the Enterprise will not leave them behind.
Oh, definitely not. We're getting them back.
The last time I saw him, I yelled at him.
Yeah, we know. You'll get them back.
There you are. I have you now.
Wow. She really just accepted it.
The other children have been assigned to their units. A unit is a group where those of similar talents and interests live together.
We already have families. Does Captain Picard know you're doing this?
We keep nothing from him.
Yeah, he knows.
We have been waiting for you so long, Harry. We are artists, just like you.
Okay, now I'm seeing the connection.
Katie? Elian is the foremost musician on Aldea.
Music speaks its own language.
She was the one we saw playing music.
Don't worry, Katie. You'll be seeing Wesley soon.
The way my mind works, absolutely not.
It is up to you to make the transition as easy as possible for the others. It's your duty, because you are their leader, like you. We also have no choice.
Oh, someone's making y'all do this. Is it the custodian?
Where have you been, Rochella? Xena and Aran are waiting to take Alexandra.
No.
Oh.
They can't have her. I will never let her go.
Oh, well, that's a twist. She has decided to not stick with the program.
The Aldean shield gives evidence of random fluctuations, weakening its structure in isolated sections.
Could we beam an away team through one of those holes?
It's a possibility. It would have to be perfectly timed.
Get data to crunch the numbers.
One way or another, we have got to get an away team down on the planet, locate the power source for the shield, and neutralize it. They've taken what they want. Now they'll rationalize it by throwing us some sort of a bone.
And when we don't accept their offer?
Then we fight.
They'll break off the discussion, they'll disappear behind their shield, locking us out and the children in forever.
Yeah, there's that.
That's why I've got to keep them talking.
Wesley Crusher's voice will be entered into the authorized file for third-level clearance.
Hello, custodian. I am Wesley Crusher.
Hello, Wesley.
Another computer.
You may ask any questions you wish.
What does the custodian do?
It frees us from all burden. It takes care of all our needs.
What is its power source?
Wesley, why is that important?
So we can destroy it.
If you don't know how it works, then how can you repair it?
Exactly.
Wesley, Radu is right. You ask questions I can't answer. Ask the custodian instead.
Mike is going to tell you the truth.
Custodian, show me Harry. You are going to make him into a sculptor?
He already is. He was just never encouraged properly.
It will take him years to learn how to do that.
Oh, no. It will happen quite quickly.
Since they're so advanced.
Custodian, show me Mason.
Stop, custodian. We
Why?
must work now.
What's in there?
Probably the power source.
The power source?
She doesn't know.
I don't know.
Whew, child, it couldn't be me. I'm like Wesley. I ask a ton of questions.
Starfleet Regulation 6.57 requires that at least 2 staff officers are present during any treaty or contract negotiations.
Yeah, it says that. I've seen it.
Captain, I'm not aware of Regulation 6.57.
Because there isn't one, Data. Even I caught that.
Before we begin, we want to see the children.
No.
Ooh, you work my nerves.
Why do you want them back so badly? You can always have more.
They're ours.
You are trifling with the primal instincts of our species, that human parents are quite willing to die for their children.
That is such a good line. Our primal instincts. Love it.
But how can you be so sure that they can have children?
Exactly. Not everyone can have kids.
But first, I must ask that Dr. Crusher be allowed to see her son before we continue.
I agree. Stop laughing.
You are a stubborn people.
You have our kids.
Give me see.
Finally, jeez.
I knew Captain Picard would get us home.
She's about to do something.
Not yet, Wes.
We've been assigned to our units. Like families.
Smart. Very smart.
Wes seems fine. He says the other children are too. Of course they're well.
So the custodian can't see everything.
A small demonstration of our power.
Dang! So what, have they disappeared again?
According to my calculations, we're 3 days from Aldea.
Wow.
At warp 9.
And they call that a small demonstration?
What's a large demonstration?
If you don't accept our terms, the Enterprise will be pushed so far away that by the time you return, your children will be grandparents.
The way I would have already hurt somebody.
Now hold it a little bit more firmly. That's it. Perfect. Feel the notes inside your head.
Sorry.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's kind of cool. But what are y'all going to do when these kids really start missing their families?
It was beautiful.
It was very pretty.
Play something happier.
That's not the way I feel.
This baby is sad.
You see, Harry, I told you you were going to be an artist. Your talent has always been there.
You mean I don't have to take calculus anymore?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
What if they don't want to stay here?
Data, find a way to defeat that shield.
That may be impossible, sir.
Things are only impossible until they're not.
Yes, sir.
Duana is dying. I have no reason to believe the other Aldeans are any healthier. It could be genetic or environmental.
And is that why they can't conceive?
Yes.
Is it reversible?
I won't know until I find the cause. And you don't need to tell me. Time is running out.
It always is when it comes to Dr. Crusher. Time is always running out.
Have the lesions gone?
Yes.
Beautiful. What do you call it?
It's a dolphin. Like a fish. Well, only it's not a fish.
I don't believe they know what you're talking about.
We used to have those in our oceans.
My dad's an oceanographer. He says that, well...
There it is. He's gonna miss his dad.
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
It does matter, honey.
I want Mommy.
See, there it is.
I feel badly for you that you have no children. But I have to tell you that we don't want to be here. And we will not cooperate.
Unless they have some type of a mind control that they can use on these children, I don't see this going well.
Custodian, this is Wesley Crusher.
Proceed, Wesley.
Can you whisper?
Show me where the Enterprise children are in relation to this room. I think I know a way to get us home. I need your help.
Why will not talking or eating make them send us home?
We don't do what they want us to do, and they won't want us. They won't hurt us.
So they say.
But I don't want to stay here forever. Do you?
No. But I like working with the wood.
We all have to be in this together.
And I understand what Harry... I understand how Harry feels.
What is going on here?
It's a rebellion, love.
The Aldeans are suffering from a form of radiation poisoning.
Is it reversible?
With the proper treatment, yes.
Good to know.
If the timing is precise, it is possible to beam through and onto the planet.
All right, you and Data, beam down. Locate the power source of that shield. Knock it out.
Sounds like a good plan.
Will you at least eat?
Little girl, stay with it.
We can't eat. I know you're hungry. We all are. But it's our way of telling them that we want to go home.
Yeah, you want to see your mommy again? Follow instructions.
Dr. Crusher and I are prepared to conclude our negotiations.
Transporter room, now.
This is it, Commander.
Oh, that room right over there.
It seems they're on some sort of strike. I don't understand it. I'm not very good with children.
We can tell. That was very obvious from the jump.
Hi, Captain Picard. Hi, Captain.
Sir, I knew you'd come.
It's not over yet, Wesley.
If something happens and you have to leave us here, will you tell my dad that I'm sorry that I made him angry and that I miss him?
You will tell him that, Harry. And I will tell him how much I admire his son.
Right. Aw.
Hello, Alexandra.
Captain Picard, hug the baby. Or pick her up.
What is this?
They want to go home.
No.
The radiation levels on Aldea have been building up over a long period of time.
The shield that protected your world in one way is weakening it in another.
You are trying to confuse the issue.
No. Listen.
You are all suffering from radiation poisoning. Sterility is only the latest symptom. If the children remain, they will be affected as well.
All lies.
No, wait. Don't send them back yet. What if they're right? Instead of the children being our hope, what if we're just condemning them to our fate?
There you go.
The captain and Dr. Crusher are saying that the very thing which has given us this wonderful world is what has caused this tragedy.
Yep, she said it perfectly.
Lies, and the discussion is over.
Perfect. Good.
We've disabled the system temporarily. We found the power source of the shield and we've neutralized it.
Beam the children up.
Wait.
Enterprise, hold.
Thank you.
Let me get the dolphin for you to take with you.
You keep it.
Aww.
I'll make another one.
You'll be all right, sir.
You have destroyed us.
We're not here to destroy you, Radu. We can help you.
Don't walk too far.
What is it?
The legacy of your progenitors, Radu.
What are we going to do with it?
Learn all over again. All this time we've been destroying ourselves.
Lots of people do that.
Will you let us help you?
Yes, please.
Good. He's agreeable.
Dad, I want to be an artist, but I don't want to take calculus anymore.
You can be anything you want, Harry, but you still have to take calculus.
You gotta learn the basics.
But for their atmosphere to maintain its integrity, they can never use the shield.
Or be cloaked again.
And they're responding very well to the treatment.
Good. That's good to hear.
But the people will live.
And we know they'll make good parents.
And that's what matters.
Wesley?
Sorry, Captain. She just wanted to thank you for bringing her home to her mother.
Aww. He's like, nope, kids on the bridge.
Thank you.
I like how realistic this is because not everybody is like comfortable and used to kids.
Let's look forward. Out of orbit, warp 5.
Yes, sir.
Yep, let's hightail it. Oh, that's what they're laughing at. By the way, that reminds me of a Tribble. This is the first Star Trek episode between the original series and the Next Generation where it was kid-focused and it didn't annoy my spirit. So I do commend them on that one. I just kept thinking to myself, okay, are these kids gonna annoy me? And they did not. They did this one quite well, especially since it was more kid-focused. I will say that I know that we got to see Harry's dad 4 times, I believe, in this episode. But I kind of wish we ended up getting another scene with the parents between the time they had that initial meeting and maybe like have another scene where they briefed them on exactly what was going on. Because I don't know, I feel like that the episode was lacking in that just a bit, only because I'm just kind of like, it's cool that we get to see Dr. Crusher because obviously Wesley is her child, but I wanted to see a little bit more of the parents and what they were going through and how they were processing everything. I just would have liked to have seen that a little bit more, but this particular episode did highlight some things that I did enjoy. The fact that Dr. Crusher, despite being angry that they took her son, she was able to take the time to figure out what was causing the infertility and helping them to reverse it. So I thought that was really nice. And another thing I enjoyed was, I know that we focused on all the kids, but Harry especially. I like that we got that understanding between him and his dad. And I liked that it showed his dad saying, "Darn, the last thing I did was yell at him." And Harry saying, "I need to apologize to my dad." Like, it shows that they do have a good relationship, despite, Harry not liking calculus and his dad being like, "Well, you still gotta learn, You can be anything you want to be. Just at the end of the day, I just need you to be in school and learn, okay? And you can have your hobbies and your interests," which I quite enjoyed seeing that. Now, these folks had a lot of gall, a lot of audacity, because, honey, it couldn't have been me. It just could not have been. I'm sorry, you're not going to do this and think you're going to get away with it. We're going to find a way to get these children back. Because you have got the boldness of it all. I mean, the entitlement of it all was just so in your face. And I was just kind of like, look, because these parents were a little bit too calm for me. Like, look, get angry, get upset, go get your kids. But I understood why it was such a struggle, because of the shield that they had up. I mean, you can't exactly beam down on your own accord. Now, obviously, they were able to figure out how to, but they couldn't do it consistently. It had to be at the right timing. But yeah, this was an interesting one. Is it one of my favorites that I've seen so far? It kept my attention. It did. And of course, we get to see the old, computer controlling a planet, controlling a society. That's just been done so many times, so it wasn't really that much of a shock. But yeah, the scene, I will say though, with Dr. Crusher seeing Wesley again and him using that device, I just kept thinking to myself, like, y'all are being so obvious. I'm like, all that lady had to do was just turn or look up or whatever, but it's just like, but I get why they had to do it. Overall, I thought that this was an interesting episode. It doesn't top like the Dixon Hill episode or the holodeck episode with the binars. It just doesn't top those for me. So guys, we're going to scoot on into episode 18, and of course I'm going to let you guys know which one out of the two I preferred more. So let's get started.
While mapping the Pleiades cluster, we have been asked by the Federation to visit a group terraforming Valara 3, and there is some concern about their welfare.
Let's see, that could be a number of things.
Valara 3 base, this is Captain Picard of the Starship Enterprise.
That's not good.
No malfunctioning equipment on either side, sir. They are receiving us.
Valara 3 base, this is the Enterprise. Come in, please. Over.
We are sensing life forms, sir.
But are they breathing?
I'm sorry about the delay, but we weren't expecting visitors.
We alarm him for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Something's not right.
His fear is escalating.
If you'll excuse me, sir, I really must get back to work.
My crew would very much appreciate looking around.
This is not really the best time.
See, he doesn't want y'all coming down there.
We would require no special attention.
I'm trying not to be rude, sir.
Well, you are being rude.
He is concealing something. It's more than just being too busy.
Well, whether he wants us or not. Director Mandel.
I love it.
Prepare to receive our away team.
Whether you like it or not.
Counselor, perhaps you'd better go along as well.
Aye, sir.
Someone that tense can be very unpredictable. Stay on your toes, number one.
Welcome to Valara 3. Please.
She's pretty.
Louisa Kim, Gardener of Edens.
An android? Where were you manufactured? Are there others like you?
Yeah, we have a whole episode about that.
Newcomers find this imager helpful.
The other two are secretive, but she is as open as she appears.
That means that she's being left in the dark.
The planet must also be without life or the prospect of life developing naturally.
That sounds familiar.
We're just about to begin pumping and filtering the water.
Well, she knows her job well.
And when the process is complete, we'll have a lush, arable biosphere.
You make it sound poetic.
She does. We can tell you love what you do.
Could the increased conductivity be caused by the high saline content?
That was my first thought, but Arthur.
Ooh, well, he stopped him in his tracks.
And there will be no miracle unless Mallinson here gets the hydraulic probes back online.
Shouldn't you be in the hydraulic chamber, Arthur?
Now? Yes.
Yeah, something's off with this interaction.
The water table is a thin ribbon between the sandy surface layer and the rocks below.
We learned about the water table.
Here we have something that may be of interest to you.
He wants to keep y'all away from that.
Incredible. It's planned month by month, decade by decade.
I see unyielding rock under an ocean of sand.
What's up?
Mallinson, he's in trouble.
Ooh.
It's jammed.
Why would it be jammed? Is he dead? Ugh.
For safety reasons, we're shutting off all power to the hydraulics room before entering to recover the body. But from the look of his wounds, it's probably hopeless.
Oh.
Data, we have your section completely powered down. Benson has just locked the master servomotor drive system, so it should be safe in there now.
Transporter room, this is Lieutenant Yar. 2 to beam up to sickbay.
I hope he's gonna be okay.
I want to go. We should be with him. Kurt, please come too.
Kurt, what are you up to?
Transporter room, this is Commander Riker. Beam up 4 at my coordinates.
But this is almost as if the laser drill seemed to operate with a will.
Well, that shouldn't happen.
The laser blasts seemed to end when the yelling stopped. Please return power to the control console in this room. I wish to reactivate the program.
Shouldn't you get out of there first? Oh, if Data gets zapped, I'll be too through.
Drilling program.
Data! Shoot!
Jordy, servos off.
They are off.
Data's in the hydraulics room alone, and we're hearing laser blasts.
Get him out of there.
Why would y'all even risk that after all of this happened?
Data!
Don't y'all piss me off.
Away team, now! What is happening?
No need to beam me up, sir. The situation is under control.
What happened? Did the laser unalive itself? What's going on?
It adjusted to my tactics. It tracked with me, anticipating. A fixed program could not have done that.
This is true.
There was a mind working against me.
What did you do to this laser drill? A year's work. Destroyed.
He did what needed to be done.
We were attempting to trace the source of the malfunction when it attacked me.
How much more of this useless fantasy do I have to listen to?
It's not a useless fantasy. It's fact.
You're overstepping your authority, Picard.
No, we're not.
Your schedule is on hold until I have a satisfactory explanation of this.
Mm-hmm.
Director Mandel.
Didn't know he could move that fast still.
As soon as its memory bank received power, it turned itself on and went after me. I believe it was programmed to destroy any person moving in that room, sir.
What could be so important that one or all of them could be desperate enough to kill?
That's the million-dollar question.
Mallinson?
I couldn't save him. The injuries were too severe, the damage too extensive.
Oh, poor thing.
Data, I want you and Jordy to return for more careful inspection. The answer's there on the planet. Seems we are becoming detectives, number one.
All right, Sherlock. Let's see what y'all got.
Not much left of this drill.
Whoa. What is it? Nothing but basic elements.
Could it be alive?
I thought nothing living was supposed to be there yet.
It could be what they are covering up.
Could be.
But unlike life on Earth and elsewhere, it appears to be completely inorganic.
Since we're dealing with a fundamental question, let's use the basic scientific method. Observe, theorize, and attempt to prove it.
Works for me.
Is the sample organic?
Negative carbon, substance inorganic.
Magnify to screen.
What are we looking at?
No idea.
What's that hum?
It started after Dr. Crusher ordered the scanner to magnify.
So it is organic, somehow.
Everyone stand back.
Step back again.
Perhaps it is picking up the electrical impulse of our systems.
Could be.
Could the hum be connected to the flashing?
Analyze. The pattern of the flashes.
Not repetitive or sequential.
Disregard incongruity and theorize as to source.
Right. What could it be?
Life.
Well, there you go.
What do you mean a life form? What life form?
Are you playing dumb?
You know the Prime Directive.
Are you saying that unknowingly defied it?
That's what I have to find out. You're a man obsessed with what you do.
Yeah.
He did know about the life form.
Okay.
But the idea of merger seemed to shock him.
Mandel holds advanced degrees in computer science as well as artificial intelligence.
How do you read the designer?
You might do better than I.
All right, Riker. Get to work.
Did you really find a life form?
I think so, yes. But it's inorganic, which is why the recon scouts missed it. It was not your mistake.
Everything I've worked so hard for is falling apart.
Poor thing.
I could arrange for you to see it if you like.
Perhaps later.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Geordi observed movement.
Not movement exactly, but a definite shift in the energy pattern.
Perhaps it is scanning us.
Scanning us? Why? What would it hope to learn?
Had to be human.
I don't see anything.
The infrared range is increasing.
Oh, there it goes again. Ooh.
Magnification deactivated.
What's wrong with it? Oh, there's 2 of them now. It reproduced. Wait, how to do that?
2 of them.
Only life can replicate itself, Doctor. It is alive.
Yeah, very much so.
Activate quarantine field. Quarantine field full. Full shield backup.
Ooh, is this struggling?
Evacuating lab.
Translation request being patched.
What? Not you being able to speak all of a sudden.
Request emergency power to initiate lab quarantine seal. We have confirmed that Data's discovery is life. But more than that, it is intelligent life.
How do you know, sir?
They try to communicate.
It's trying to communicate with us. The inorganic life form from Valara 3 has apparently taken over our medical lab.
Something so little.
An alien life form has taken possession of my medical lab. You knew of its existence.
Come on, out with it. Wow.
You knew there was life on Valara 3?
They are meaningless silicon crystals which rebroadcast sunlight.
It is a life form and it has intelligence.
Yeah, it's not what you thought it was.
Why do you say that?
It's trying to communicate with us.
Tell them about the pattern in the sand.
See, she doesn't know anything.
When we first arrived, we noticed that in certain areas the sand had a sparkling effect.
We were assured that this planet has no life. No life.
At first, we thought it was just a natural phenomenon unique to Valara 3.
I understand what they're saying.
Did you ever feel that these patterns were attempting to communicate?
Clearly not.
No, never.
I wouldn't have thought that.
We've regained magnification of the life form. It's divided again.
Patch visual to observation lounge.
How many? Oh.
But is it alive?
Probability positive.
I wasn't asking you.
Dang, Worf.
Status ensign.
The quarantine seal is getting weaker, sir.
Picard, this is Riker.
We see it too, number 1.
It's too late.
Ugly, giant, bags of mostly water.
Who you calling ugly?
Bags of mostly water.
That's us.
An accurate description of humans, sir.
I mean, it
you
is.
are over 90% water surrounded by a flexible container.
Thank you, Data.
We ask that you be gone. You do not listen.
We didn't hear you.
Right.
We come in peace.
Ugly bag of mostly water. Bag who drill in sand of home had to die.
That was intentional.
We see and hear you now. We didn't know you were there.
Right. No idea.
You are beautiful to us.
Bag in dome did know. War is now with you.
Oh no, not y'all wanting a war.
Can you hear us now?
Ooh. So how are we gonna fight that?
That chaos when we were studying it in the lab must have been the energy surge of a reproductive cycle. And like any computer,
More is stronger.
Yeah.
But our attempts to restore communication with this microbrain, as we have come to call it, have been unsuccessful.
Microbrain. That's cute.
each bolt of light consists of negatively and positively charged ions. A series of program instructions, as it were.
Captain, picking up a decrease in infrared intensity.
Cell division is preceded by a resting state.
I do remember learning that a little bit.
It does seem dormant, Captain.
Set coordinates to beam it back where it came from.
Coordinates set, sir.
Energize.
Please work.
We are unable to affect it.
That's not good.
Life form or not, intelligent or not, the safety of this ship and everyone aboard her is my primary responsibility. Evacuate all the air from the medical lab. I want a vacuum there.
Environmental systems failed to respond to command, Captain.
It has to be
It
listening
appears
in.
the microbrain has successfully interfaced with our computers.
How about this? What if we just completely leave the planet and leave y'all alone forever?
It said you were trying to kill some of them. I need to know how. I don't know!
You probably didn't realize it.
There is a very thin layer of highly saline water under the sandy top soil. He was siphoning that off.
The saline fluid is their circuitry.
And to prevent its loss, they killed Mallinson.
Makes sense.
If we had continued to remove that water, we would have destroyed them all.
Yes, you would have.
Reason enough for anyone to go to war.
A good reason. A great reason. But now we need to come to a moment of understanding.
Our sensors indicate that the microbrain expends a tremendous amount of energy during its reproductive cycle. The microbrain might be photoelectric.
Interesting.
Kill the lights in the medical lab, Mr. LaForge.
And do it quickly.
Sorry, sir. It still has control of the computer. We can't do it by remote.
Number one, lights.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Killing the lab lights? Now.
It's getting dimmer, too.
More light, please.
Now. So we can go to war? Absolutely not.
Bags of water. Kill us.
We will end this war if you will end the war.
Must go home to wet sand. War over.
Oh, that was easy.
Agreed. We mean you no harm. Do you believe me?
Yes.
Good.
Perfect.
It is important that you trust us.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet.
What?
Come back 3 centuries. Perhaps then we trust.
Fair enough.
We understand what you are saying. We will leave you. We will send you home.
Well, let's send it back.
I wish we were able to learn more about them, sir.
In time, Mr. Data. And we are better prepared.
Yeah. In 3 centuries.
I wanted to create a place where living things could thrive. And all the while, I was about to destroy the life that is there.
Crazy, isn't it?
Our apologies.
And respects. Energize.
And don't fight it this time. All right, we're good.
I have declared an indefinite quarantine for Valara 3. Perhaps the lesson we have learned from this near tragedy will prevent it from happening elsewhere.
I hope so. But we'll see. We got plenty more Star Trek. All right, well, how did you ugly bags of water enjoy this reaction? I'm just kidding. Now, with this one, I did enjoy it a bit more than I enjoyed episode 17, and the reason why is because of the mystery behind it. Because I'm thinking there was like a laser malfunction, but before we get into that, you could tell something was obviously off right away with, his name was Kurt, and the way he was acting, you could totally tell. It was way too obvious that something was wrong. Even without Troy being there, I was like, yeah, something's off. Now, when the guy who was involved in the laser accident, when he died, I'm thinking it was like a mechanical malfunction or something. And come to find out, it was this living organism. Okay, I almost said living particle. Living organism. I mean, they were lasering into its home. Like, I understand why I was upset. But then again, I also understand Kurt and his crew, at least the ones that were aware of what was going on, that, you know, they were under the impression, because they had been told many, many times, this is a planet without life. You're good to go. And then they're seeing things that they don't know what it is. They didn't mean to. I understood. They didn't mean it. I understood the life form being like, no, we're upset. But eventually there was that understanding. The nice thing about this episode was the mystery behind everything. I did panic though with Mr. Data being in that room and the laser. There was foreshadowing like it was going to attack and have like a mind of its own. But fortunately, Mr. Data is quick with it. It was cool seeing all the things in the lab, especially like when they realized that it really was a life form and all the things they were trying to do to keep it contained, and it just, you know, kept like multiplying. And this was really, I actually enjoyed this one. And I mean, I enjoyed both, but This one, of course, made me kind of like, what the heck is going on? If I can't figure it out, then y'all know I'm really like gonna enjoy it and be like, can't wrap my head around this one. What's going on? And then all the scientific stuff, I was like, look, y'all, science was my worst subject in school. And I say worst loosely. I wasn't a bad student, but it just took me back to when I was just sitting there looking at the teacher like, I need you to break it down just a little bit more for me. You had me in the first half, and then the last half you completely lost me. But yeah, so overall, I thought that this one was interesting, and it really kept my attention with the whole like mystery that it had going on. Thank you guys so much for checking out this reaction video. I'm looking forward to finishing off the rest of season 1, and I hope that you guys continue on the journey with me. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please hit the notification bell so you guys know whenever I upload, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.